This seems way backwards. Welcome, y'all, to episode 24 of the Men Lie, Women Lie, and All Flowers Die podcast. This is your lovely host, Mama Les, with no notes, because she got it all up here. And I'm her assistant, Uncle Joe, and I take old school notes. I write them down and shit, you know what I'm saying? We're here today to, don't be trying to cheat my notes. We're here today to discuss fears, phobias, and bad date experiences. Shout out to all the listeners who sent in some bad date experiences.
Yeah.
We're going to get to that. But first, let's talk about fears. Well, first, Mama Les, hello.
Hi.
How are you?
I'm well. How are you?
I'm well, thank you.
What's
Feeling
new
good?
with you?
New, not much. A lot of walking.
I know. I see the abs coming out a little bit.
I know. You know, I try to hide them. I don't want them to.
Yeah, no, I got it.
I don't want to intimidate you, you know what I'm saying? But yeah, a lot of walking, a lot of reading.
What have you been reading?
I've been reading the autobiography of Nipsey Hussle.
Okay.
I finished this other book, The Four Agreements?
Oh, I know. Yes,
think.
the Four Agreements.
Shout out to my homegirl. She gave me that book for Christmas. Definitely read that. That was a quick read, though.
Yeah.
The autobiography is a little more in-depth and a little more enthralling. I was reading a book last night, actually, to refresh on this episode, right? Have you ever read The 50th Law?
No.
Have you ever read The 48 Laws of Power?
No.
Okay. The 48 Laws of Power were written by Robert Greene, and the book has been banned because they say it teaches people how to manipulate people. Which it does, but that's just
You
part
read
of
it?
life, right? Hell yeah.
Oh, that explains a lot.
So,
I mean, there's similar books, right? Like there's The Art of Seduction.
same
right?
guy,
Oh, okay.
Robert Greene. Yeah, and he also did. He didn't do The Art of War because that's Shansung or Shanso. He did another one though. Damn, I don't remember it. But he did the 48 Laws of Power. It's banned in a bunch of schools and in jail because it teaches you how to manipulate and how to never show your enemy weakness, destroy your enemy at all costs,
Aye.
never outshine the master, play a fool to catch a fool, never overspeak, things like that, you know? So 50 Cent had read this book, and he liked it so much that he partnered with Robert Greene to create the 50th Law. They skipped 49. I don't know what happened to 49, but they went to 50. And the 50th Law deals with fearlessness.
Okay.
Main points are turning negatives into positives, and he gives a couple examples of things in his career that possibly could have been negative, but he flipped them into positive. It also speaks of embracing change and chaos, moving with the flow, and controlling your reactions to events. So I think these are all like great advice, you know. Definitely control your reactions, definitely move with the flow. So for anyone dealing with fear or trying to understand how to achieve fearlessness, I recommend the book, The 50th Law by 50 Cent and Robert Greene. And then that, I was reading that to discuss today fears and how to possibly overcome or deal with them, right?
So what are your fears?
Well, depending on the subject, right? Because if we're talking like fears or phobias,
Okay.
I don't know how to swim, so I'm not comfortable in large bodies of water.
Okay.
You know what I'm saying? Not that I'll be shook, like I'll go in, but to a level.
Up to where?
Right?
Where up to where do you?
It depends. If there's waves, maybe like to my six pack. You know what I mean? I might let 4 in the water and leave 2 out.
Okay.
If there's waves though, and I'll be like shook to fall, maybe to like my hips or like my stomach or something.
Have you ever had like an experience where you felt like you were almost gonna drown?
Yeah, my aunt threw me in a pool when I was a kid. That's what caused.
That's how we used to learn to swim. That's how I learned to swim.
Yeah, but I wasn't ready and I didn't learn.
My dad
I almost died and then they
picked me
pulled me
up,
out and then I was scared of
threw me
water.
in an 8-foot pool and was like, "You're gonna learn today."
And
guess what?
You learned?
I learned.
Oh no.
And I put my kids in swimming classes.
I must have bitched out.
Like my older one now is being lifeguard certified.
Yeah, that's awesome. I have a friend, brother Justin, who recently learned how to swim
Look
in
at that.
his 30s. So shout out to that.
But I made sure that my kids, went to swimming classes and stuff. But I learned just
The hard way?
Yeah, the
You
old
know what's funny,
Spanish
though?
way.
I never drove stick, but I always knew the philosophy of how to drive a stick car.
Don't put me in a stick car. I wouldn't
Right?
even
So
know what to do.
so at some point, somebody was selling a stick car for like $700, and I bought it. And I didn't
Not
know how to drive
knowing.
stick, but I knew the
Right, you had an idea,
procedure of it.
right?
So
like, okay.
I bought the car and I fucking learned. I feel the same way about swimming. I know the components of swimming.
I think it's a
The
different.
day that I need to swim is gonna be like Michael Phelps.
Nah,
out there.
I feel like swimming. You have to have a respect, especially if you're in the
No,
ocean
oh,
for
yeah.
the water, because
Trust me. In Puerto Rico, I didn't even want to fall in the water. For real, that shit just type scares me.
So we were talking earlier, and there's people that have a fear of public speaking.
Yes, which I found a little weird because
That's-
doesn't faze me at all.
yeah,
I could
there's-
talk to a million people.
So I actually took years ago Toastmasters. I don't know if you've ever heard of it. It's
Toastmasters?
yeah, they do a lot of like improv public speaking. So you go.
Is that a
It's a
fear of
group.
yours, public speaking?
No, I did it more for work since I was going to be speaking on like calls and like national, regional calls. I had to, perfect, not even perfect but just get better at the public speaking and really like off the top of my head things. So I went to this Toastmasters. This was probably like 15 years ago. And, it's a group of strangers and they give you pick a little topic, little paper with a topic on it. And you got to go up there for a minute
And talk?
talk about it. So you learn things like when people use the word like a lot,
Correct.
right? That's kind of like, I forgot what they called it, but it's to kind of you're giving your brain time to think of the next thing to say. Just like
Right.
when people say, So the best thing to do is stay silent, like pause. But it's hard to do.
Correct.
Or when people be like, those are all like space holders.
Like fillers, yeah.
Yeah, space fillers. But yeah, there's people that have a big fear of public speaking. I work with people
Did that
that
help you overcome? Or did that help you get better?
It did. I feel like I could definitely go for more of those. I did it for maybe about 2-3 months. They meet on like a weekly basis. It's like a club.
Toastmasters, check
Yeah.
that out. Any other fears?
That I have? Yeah, I have a fear of failure, but I feel like all of us do, right?
No, I don't think everyone does. There's people that are just happy to be complacent and settle and
Well,
take whatever life gives them.
no, that's because they're scared of failing, right? They act
they're
like
scared of succeeding.
they're complacent, right? Like they act like they're satisfied with what they have, but it's just that there's a fear of taking that next step, right? It's like the staircase. You don't see the end of the staircase. So I've learned, right? When I get into like my panics where I'm like, I can't do this. Even when we started the podcast, right? Like I'm like, oh my God, like, what am I'm going to be talking about like my personal, I was always very private, I'm going to be talking about this. And then I'm like, that imposter syndrome kicks in, right? Where I'm like, who am I to be doing this? Who should, But yeah, you just got to do it. Just do it. The thing that
There you go.
you're scared of doing is what's going to give you the biggest reward.
Correct.
So you just got to be like, what's the worst that could happen? It doesn't work out. Okay.
Depending on the
So
fear,
what?
what's the word? If like, nigga, if I end up in the ocean, bad shit
I
can
mean,
happen.
that's different. Like if you don't know how to swim, don't go throw yourself in the middle of the ocean.
Word, I wouldn't. How about fears when it comes to relationships?
Oof.
Any stand out?
How about you start?
I think the obvious one is fear of getting hurt. Nobody wants to get hurt. Love and relationships, you have to be vulnerable and give your partner access and a certain level of power to hurt you. And you have to trust that they won't violate and actually hurt you. So I think that's the number one fear in relationships, getting hurt or getting, cheated on or played out or abused, all different levels of hurt, verbal abuse, physical abuse. I think that's the number one fear, right?
Yeah, I mean, and again, there is levels to hurt, right? And my hurt might be different than your hurt, right? It might not be something that hurts you. I think now, at this stage in my life, my biggest fear when it comes to relationships is being with someone who thinks that they love me. And let me explain, right? Because love, that feeling, right, fades, or like it comes and goes, right? There's days that you love the person that you're with more than other days, right? It's and I have a fear of ending up with someone who doesn't understand that love is more of a choice. I'm choosing to love you, whether I wake up madly in love with you today or I wake up like, ugh, like I need my space, you know? We're human. We go through those emotions. So having, ending up with someone who is more of chasing the feeling than actually understanding what love is. Because what happens over time, that when that feeling fades, it's easy to pick up and go.
Right.
Right? And that's not me. When I'm with someone, I'm choosing to love the good, the bad, the ugly, and everything in between.
Every day.
Every day.
Correct.
Every day. No matter how,
How would you know, or how would you realize that your partner is...
I think that's something you can't, no matter, I don't think that that's like, all these red flags, you got to pay attention. No. I think that's something you never truly know someone's heart.
Isn't that fucking scary?
Yeah, it is. So for me to think of myself investing my time, my energy, my love, like being 100% vulnerable, and then for you to decide one day to pick up and go, which rightfully so, you have the right to do that, all because you didn't realize that love was a choice and not just a feeling.
That is scary, right? Because you invest all that time and emotion and your own love.
You're sweating.
Yo, for real, I'm sweating bullets right now. Let me get a napkin, darling, please. This conversation has my fears and anxieties up like a mountain. No, that won't work.
The purple ones, darling.
Yeah, give me the purple. I'm fucking sweating, girl.
But I don't know if there's a way for you to pick up on that. I mean, I guess you can pay attention to someone's reactions to certain things, or how the way they treat you is inconsistent day in and day out, right? That might be something. But I think that's all
one of your
over
greatest
time.
Fears? Inconsistency?
Yeah, it's not a fear. It's something that I expect. I expect consistency.
Oh, okay. I was gonna say if you expect inconsistency,
No.
then
I
you're
expect
welcoming the negative.
consistency.
Oh, okay.
That is like the bare minimum for me.
That's right. I think we've established that through.
I haven't said
24
it in like.
episodes. No, I don't think you need to say it anymore. I think a relationship fear that's often not spoken about, and maybe people just don't even really think about it, is your lover dying. You know, from like unforeseen events or incidents, not from yo ass killing them. Them just naturally passing. I think that's really scary, and I think that becomes more like you think about it more as you get older.
Like,
I guess.
imagine you meet your person, right? And you guys, not the perfect relationship, because no relationship's perfect, but this, that this is your person, and you guys have a healthy relationship, and you're madly in love, and then one day that person passes away. It's one thing, right, when you break up, because they're still around, right? Not that you're going to hold on to that hope, but it's different than knowing there is absolutely no possibility that you will ever even cross paths with that person again during your lifetime.
Depending on what kind of breaker-upper you are. Because there's people out there that when they break up with someone, they may as well be dead. If you know, like...
Oh, like completely like...
Yeah, like cut off, unfollow, block, whatever.
Yeah, but I feel like it's different when they're
no,
dead.
No, for sure.
That's usually people like that is like, they're done with the relationship. Like, in this situation, they're not done with the relationship. Like,
Oh, no.
unfortunately, it was
this is
taken
different.
away.
They still love your ass. They just
Yeah,
died.
like
Yeah,
you were
yeah,
taken away from them, you know?
Yeah,
and there's
yeah,
no
yeah,
way or anything that anyone can do to get you back.
And there's no like, I don't know if closure is the right word, but you're just
There's
kind
no,
of
yeah,
left,
no
like,
saying goodbye or like, I mean, depending, right? Because you might be able to say your goodbyes.
depending on the circumstance,
Right.
yeah. But if
But
it's like
I feel like that has to be
out of
like
nowhere death,
one of the worst feelings, right? Like, number one, you have no control over that.
no.
Nothing you can do or say can change that. And then I feel like for the rest of your life, even if you move on, there's like an empty space.
No. It's that like unfulfilled
Yeah, like,
chapter of love that
and
you'll never know.
I think
I don't
I
even know
would.
if you can move on.
I mean, I
I'm
think
sure
you
you can,
can.
but like I wouldn't say 100%. Like
I
you're
just-
always gonna have 2%.
Of course, and I
love.
feel like I would be like, you know, what if, right? What
I
would
wouldn't
it
even
be
date a
like?
girl that, damn. I'll be like, nah. Your man died and you still loved him and he still loved you? Nah, I ain't fucking with you.
Are you serious?
Yeah, because she's always going to have that connection to the ghost.
He's
Patrick Swayze.
dead.
Yo, that don't mean shit. She's still going to love him, probably think about him. If your boyfriend's previous girlfriend died and he goes to her grave to put her flowers, that's not going to be like weirded out?
No, because I would love that if that was done for me. Listen, it'd be weird if his ex-girlfriend was alive and he's going to take her flowers.
Oh, no, that's...
Okay, so, I mean, it might sound bad, but I'd rather her, you know, like if she's going to be dead, then go take her flowers. Who cares? I'm not saying I would rather her dead, but...
That's fucked up.
No.
How about
stop.
if your
I would never.
boyfriend's ex dies?
Uh-huh.
You're with your boyfriend now, chilling, y'all been together whatever X amount of months, and
Listen,
his ex-girlfriend dies.
if she didn't have any, we met after and she played no role in anything, like
He gets to go to the
within our
funeral?
relationship, of course.
Can he mourn?
I would expect him to. He's human. I wouldn't want him to bottle that up. You know, I feel like he has to hide that from me.
Yeah.
Because I could think of somebody, you know, that I dated in the past that if I'm with someone, if God forbid something happened to them, I'm going to be sad, of course, because
How long do you get to be sad?
is there a time limit on grief? I mean,
Depends on the boyfriend. That nigga smack you up 2 days later. Shut up all that damn crying.
smack me up. He won't be around to.
Nah. I've seen that on like there's like some memes or something about that, like not memes, like little skits of a dude and his girl's ex dies and she's like crying and he's like, bitch.
And I mean, I get it, right? Like, I think as humans, right, we might be like, damn, like, you're really
Yeah,
crying.
like you still crying?
I get it, right? But, I mean, I think most of us would take a step back and be like, yo, I get it. That was an important part of his life at some point.
I don't know about most of us. Maybe 50-50. Depends. Don't overstep.
Well,
or
the
don't
evolved people, you know,
Right.
the evolved souls.
Don't overestimate the amount
yes.
of evolved souls.
Yes,
There's still a lot of
You're right.
devolved souls. I'm trying to think of other relationships and fears, but I really think that's it. Like, I don't fear, like, it's a valid fear, I suppose. It just never crosses my mind. Like, you come home and your girl done stole everything and disappeared. Like, that wouldn't even, if that was to happen to me, I'll be so fucking mind blown that I'll be like, wow, there's some TV.
Yeah, I mean, if you have that fear, then.
Yeah, like, get out of the
But that would freaking suck, right?
No, it would suck.
Especially if you have like joint accounts and things like that. One day you go into your bank account,
Yeah,
that shit is at
it'll
zero.
suck.
She's on a plane to God knows where, left you with nothing.
No, that's when you gotta call the garbage man. You know what I mean? You gotta eliminate that trash.
Hey.
Whoa. She done robbed you and she's on a plane to Puerto Rico.
Who told you to put her on the account as a joint
gotta
account
get-
holder?
Uh-huh.
¿Quién te manda?
You loved her. Love, you see? Love make you
Love
do
make you
stupid
do
shit,
some
bro.
dumb shit.
Straight up. Ay. I think back on dumb shit that I done did, man.
I don't think I've done dumb shit. I've tolerated
Ay.
dumb shit. Like shit that should have never been tolerated. So that's dumb shit on my part. What's the dumbest shit you've done?
In what sense?
I don't know, whatever you consider dumb shit
Something
you
that I
just said.
consider dumb, it was stupid, bro, and I regret that shit like a motherfucker. But then again, I don't, because probably the little homie needed it, right? I was dating a girl, and her son played baseball, and he needed some new cleats or whatever, and she ain't have it, so I bought him 2 pairs of cleats so the kid could continue on his little baseball dream, and
Why is that dumb?
because in retrospect, she wasn't worth it, and she fucked it up. So.
But you didn't do it for him. You did it for the kid. I mean, you didn't do it for her. You did it for the kid.
Yeah, but if I didn't know her, I wouldn't have known the kid. So.
Okay, but you were put. There was a purpose. Maybe that was the purpose, right? To be able to help that little kid on his future as a future MLB player.
Maybe, but then the resentment towards his mom makes me resent helping him.
He has no fault in it. I'm sure he's very grateful.
I'm sure he is, and I'm sure he's a great kid, and God bless him. But his association to a negative
That's not
person,
his fault.
That don't matter.
That's not. I don't think that's something that is dumb. I think that actually is very kind and caring.
Fuck with it.
I think that's sweet. I think that's very
no.
nice.
I'm trying to think. I did something dumb, but unknowingly that I ended up regretting. I was seeing this girl for a while, and she wanted to go out on a date, but she wanted to pay for it, and I let her.
Okay.
And later on, like, she threw it in my face, and it was no good. So I very rarely let girls pay for dates anymore.
Were you guys like dating, or was it like the first date? Or?
No, we were like dating.
I don't see anything wrong with that.
I don't either, but the fact that
she
when you
threw it in
give
your
the
face.
opportunity to someone to throw something in your face, that's
Should have threw it right back.
fear.
But like, bitch, how many dates did I pay for?
Yeah, but
I'm just saying.
Everybody's
Don't
not.
do that.
Yo, this is below, man. I'm telling you, I'm sweet and nice, and she's like, fuck that bitch, yeah, throw it in the face.
No, that's not cool. Like,
women ain't always cool, bro.
neither are guys.
Valid point. Valid point. More fears. Do you fear death?
I think I don't think about it. I think when my kids were a lot younger, I would think like, not the fear of death, but fear of leaving them behind, right? Like, who's going to take care of them? Who's going to... But now, like, my older son is older, right? And then my younger one has such an amazing dad and amazing support from that side that, God forbid, if something were to happen to me, I know that they both would be good.
Right.
And I'm not saying, okay, I'm ready to die. No. But I feel like now I would be more at peace with it than when they were younger. When they were younger...
Right, but you're still referring to leaving them motherless.
Correct.
Are you afraid of the process or the act of death?
I don't think I think about that. Like, I don't think I've sat down and thought about...
You've never sat down and chosen how you'd want to die?
No. You have?
Oh, you live a good life. No. So moving forward, how about roller coasters? You scared of roller
Wait,
coasters?
hold on.
Yeah, I wouldn't want to drown.
Okay.
That would scare the fuck out of me.
I wouldn't want to either drown or like be like
in a
suffocated.
burning house? I wouldn't want to be in a burning house.
Like I feel like I have a little bit of claustrophobia, so like suffocating.
I want to die from suffocating on some titties. My bad. But if we got to choose, I'm gonna choose some titty suffocation. But no, definitely I don't want to die. Yeah, die in your sleep. But like,
that's the most peaceful.
Go out in a blaze of glory, bro. Go out in a blaze of glory, bro.
Like what? Like doing what?
I don't know. Fucking shoot up the police station or something. Yeah, like make it memorable.
I have no association with this guy.
I would never, because shout out to the cops. But I mean, if you're gonna go out, you know, be front fucking headline news and shit, blow some shit up, do some fly shit. I don't think I fear death. I think I'm at peace.
I don't condone anything that he's saying.
No, I don't either. Non-violence. Yeah. But if you're gonna go out, little explosion.
Nah, let me.
Die hard.
You know what? Maybe just sitting on the beach with a drink in my hand, the sun, and I just close my eyes and don't wake up.
That's fucking boring, bro.
That's fucking peaceful.
Blow some fly shit up.
Listen, peace is boring.
Peace is boring.
And so that's all I want is peace.
do relationships suffer from the boringness of peace?
I think toxic people that are used to that toxicity find peaceful relationships boring. So they will either like self-sabotage, right, and do things to kind of create that toxicity.
But I think they have a valid point. Good, like, non-toxic relationships can be boring.
I don't think they have to be boring. Why? Because you could sit down.
They have to be, but they can be.
Yeah, but what do you think of a healthy relationship? Like, I think a peaceful, healthy relationship is where if we have issues, right, we may argue, but there's no, putting hands on each other. There's no saying shit that is disrespectful that you can never take back, right? We're going to sit down and we're going to talk about it, and then we can agree to disagree and move on, right? That a peaceful relationship doesn't mean the sex is going to be boring, doesn't mean, like, no. Right? It's not like, we're mad, so now I'm going to go entertain somebody else. That is toxic. That doesn't belong in a peaceful relationship, right? So you could still have a very exciting, fun relationship, but the way you handle conflict is peaceful.
Which is boring.
Why? So you'd rather fucking...
No. I'm just messing with you to
flip
rile you up. No.
Have your girl tell you all these...
No, I don't want
all these
any
things
of
that are like disrespectful and like that...
No.
That stays in your head.
I've had enough of that. Thank you.
So I want peace, man. If you can't add to my peace...
That don't mean it's not boring.
I want
it can be fun. Non-toxic relationships. I think it's up to the people to keep them fun and spicy.
So what do you think of when you think of a peaceful relationship that makes you think that they're boring?
I picture or
that they could be boring.
Like y'all sitting on the porch together, drinking fucking lemonade and not fighting. Just being there.
Why can't you sit on the porch drinking mimosas and just having conversation and
and that's peaceful.
Yeah.
Also boring.
Why?
Because y'all just sitting there on the porch having not bullshit conversations. Y'all
but you're enjoying the time with your partner. So you'd rather be on the porch.
No, I didn't say I'd
lemonade.
rather.
I'm saying drinking lemonade and and arguing?
No.
And telling each other.
I'd rather be on the porch drinking mimosas and not
that's...
lemonade and fucking joking and cracking on each other and bugging out.
Okay, that's peaceful.
Yeah, but that's not what I picture. I picture like viejitos sitting there like...
En el balcón with the little rocking chair.
Talking shit. Oh, that's the neighbor, vecino. He's mad annoying.
I mean, sometimes that's funny, right? The little viejitas.
That should be mad fun.
Se está acostando con el
I
esposo.
love little old ladies in the window, bro. They be having all the dirt, all the tea. They know everything.
They know everything about everybody, including you.
Anytime I walk around a neighborhood, like I just look, If it's a nice day, like I'll just look up into buildings and see where's the little viejita.
Dude, in Puerto Rico, you can pick them out. They're on the balcón on the little rocking chair.
With their batas.
The batas. Aww.
Yo, I think batas are in, Pardon me. I don't know how active y'all are. I don't know how active y'all are on Twitter. And pardon me that this mimosa is messing up my speech. I don't know how active y'all are on Twitter, but there is currently a resurgence of shorties and batas and niggas loving them.
But
I don't know.
Batas, like...
Yeah, like
batas
straight
are like
up.
grandma pajamas.
No, like grandma hand-me-down.
I'm just saying, I'm explaining for the people that may not know what batas are.
Batas are muumuus in English.
Yes.
Get
out of here.
Nightgowns? But they look like a blanket?
But
like
nightgowns could be sexy.
The unsexiest nightgown you can imagine. It just looks like they put a blanket on.
Great-great-grandmother's nightgowns.
Well, for some reason, on Twitter, I don't know, maybe it's just my algorithm, but girls are confessing that brothers love them in their muumuus, in their batas.
Really?
Yeah.
Guys.
So, ladies.
No, wait, I want to hear from the guys. Like, do you guys like batas?
Oh, I was going to say, ladies, rack up on the batas.
No, but wait, because who are these men, first of all? And is it just on your algorithm? Because that might not be the majority. So before you go racking up muumuus.
Fuck all that. Ladies, rack up.
Let's do a survey.
It's about to be summertime. Forget all them bikinis.
In the summertime, you're going to be wearing ain't moving.
What? Come outside in your bata with some
With your hair in a doobie.
chicks is walking around in bonnets now anyway,
they are.
so
Oh my God,
just
yeah,
complete the fit.
You're right. You're right.
And
That bonnet thing is not it.
nah,
That's not it. I'm sorry, ladies. Sorry.
fuck that, fellas. Y'all wildin' walking around with bonnets. At least the ladies, whatever. But I be seeing dudes in bonnets.
You date somebody that's out and about in a bonnet?
Outside?
Yeah. Nah, I'm not talking about inside the house. Inside the house is fair game.
Nah,
Like,
nah. I don't know.
shoot, I put my hair up in a little thing. Like, no, that's fine. I'm
like-
talking about outside.
Low key.
Uh-oh.
And this is mimosa talk. I low key like bonnets in the house.
Okay.
Yeah. But outside, nah. I don't know.
Yeah,
That's
like,
like,
what if you guys are going to go grab lunch and she's in a bonnet?
That's like pajamas.
I'm not
outside.
judging anybody. Like, if you think that's the style, that's cool. That's just not my style.
No, that's not cool. I don't know. I don't.
And a
dig
dude in a bonnet? Forget about it.
it. A dude in a bonnet is ridiculous.
Yeah.
But it's in right now.
Yeah, there's a
like
lot of
super
things that are
style.
in that shouldn't be in.
Yes, but batas are not one of them. They're in and they should be in. And ladies, get your batas ready.
So you like the
for summertime.
batas?
Depending on the, the wearer of said bata. You know what I'm saying?
But batas are not like these tight-fitted stuff.
No, they're not. But if you're curvaceous enough, your body will make it tight-fitting enough. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. I don't know. To me, that reminds me of my abuela. So, I mean, I guess maybe you get turned on
some
by
brothers
abuelas.
like doñas, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, there you go. That's why you like.
little
batas.
sugar mama.
That's interesting. I gotta find out.
I'm
on
actually
Twitter,
not a
so-
fan of batas. I'm talking shit. I like boy shorts. And I like them little gym shorts that they sell in Walmart for like $7. They be red and they'll have a little stripe down the side. And they'll only go up to like right here. They'll have a little slit.
I don't know.
Yeah, I like those. Lingerie, but that's a given.
Right.
Girls in wife beaters.
Okay.
Definitely a plus.
I feel like it depends though. Like I think it looks cute when it's like a crop top wife beater, or like with some nice like slacks, like khaki
Why are you adding to
pants.
it? Just the wife beater, Mama Lad.
No, because
That's
if you're
it. Just
if you're
the
out
wife
in the
beater.
street with like a wife beater and shorts, to me that kind of
Who's out
might
in the
resemble like a
street?
lesbian.
I'm not talking
Look.
about out in the streets. I'm talking about in the crib in private.
Okay.
In private, yes.
I get it.
Girls
Now
boxers, maybe?
in like her size wife beater or like a wife beater of yours and she has it on. I think that's sexier.
I
right?
think preferably more mine, yeah.
Right.
Not her own.
Well, that's what I was thinking. That's why I was like, oh, with a nice pair of slacks, like.
No, now you styling it. Yeah, that
Well,
look fly. I'm talking about in the crib.
Got
like,
it. Okay.
Yeah. You know what I hate though? One of my pet peeves in the crib or even outside. And we'll get into pet peeves right now, yo. Noisy ass chancletas. Like when people, men or women, walk and like the back of the chancleta slaps. Psh,
Ah.
oh my God! There was a summer. Chancletas were super in. I don't remember. Maybe it was the Chinese slippers.
Oh my God! But I heard they're coming back.
The Chinese slippers.
Yes, I
Those
saw it on
little shits are
TikTok. Those
noisy as
little.
hell.
I wish I would have kept them because I had them in all colors. They were like.
They are coming
$2.
back, but they raised the price to $10.
Oh, look at that!
And
they were like
the-
$2.
The
Maybe like $5.
new generation discovered them.
No,
on
they
TikTok.
rediscovered
They rediscovered
them because.
I saw that on TikTok.
I mean, I don't know. I'm sure they were probably around before our generation discovered them.
I mean,
Because
yeah.
everything,
I think they
fashion
were,
comes around again.
They were probably around for hundreds of years in China.
Yeah, oh, this is true.
Yeah.
This is true.
And then we just adopted them in the hood, and then y'all had every flavor available, every color to match your little outfits. And
Yeah.
I ain't mad at y'all.
But you know what? I look at them now and I'm like, they're not even cute.
Cute is objective, right? Or subjective, depending on. I mean, I don't think they're cute either. I never did, but
Yeah.
I'm sure girls thought they were cute.
I don't think.
And some dudes thought they were cute.
Yeah. Well,
Any pet peeves of yours when it comes to men or dating?
I don't know. I don't think I have any.
No?
Do you? I don't
That
know. I was
one,
thinking
the noisy ass chancletas.
Okay.
loud chewers.
I'm here chewing gum, so I'm like,
No, you're good. I'm talking about loud, like when we're eating dinner. Girls that don't. This is to girls in particular, but also men. Anyone who doesn't know how to control their liquor.
oh, yes,
and
that's like
either
a
get
turn off.
sloppy or whatever. Yeah.
And don't get me wrong, I get it. Every now and then, right? It might happen where somebody gets,
Yeah.
trashed
Yeah.
and. But if it's like an all the time thing, every time you go out and you're just like a bad drunk, yeah, that's not cool.
Whether it be dangerous or embarrassing, either way is
Yeah, I like
not a good look.
I like the people that get drunk and they just have a good time, like just out dancing and like just they don't care what the world thinks, right? They're just in their own little bubble. I love that. I love seeing that shit.
Yeah, as long
I
as they're having fun.
But yeah, I didn't think about pet peeves. I don't know if I have any. I don't know. I think when I'm dating someone,
You're just like, he's perfect.
yeah, because
Everything about him.
now if I listen, I'm sure there is something. Dolly's over here like there has to be something. I'm sure there is, but I can't think of any because when I'm really into someone, like I'm just into you, right? I like everything about you, and the things that probably annoy me, if I didn't like you as much, don't annoy me because I like you.
Right, but then once you start to
But then,
unlike them,
then I'll
that
be like,
shit
damn, what the hell? Or if I don't like you and you do something, I just can't think of anything off the top of my head. But when I'm into you, I'm into you. I see nobody else. And that's not a good thing. You should not put all your eggs in one basket, ladies. Don't be like
Oh
me.
yeah, I almost felt like you were talking to me. I was like,
No, you need to put your eggs in one basket. And yeah, just
I
put it
need to
down.
put my eggs away. No, I'm actually currently. I've decided I am not dating at the moment. I am not.
For now. This changes bi-weekly.
No. Yo, I'm outnumbered, and that's fucked up because y'all picking on me. No, I've decided I will not be dating for the time being and for the future.
Okay.
However, until I decide to date again,
Okay.
I'm off the market, but
So
not like.
you're not like entertaining anybody because there's a difference, right? Because you can say, "Oh, I don't want to date," right? But then you entertain somebody, and then it just kind of
But what
evolves
is
from there, right?
entertaining? Talking to somebody?
Yeah, talking to them like consistent, talking to them like you, not like a friend, right? That's different. If you guys are just friends, now if you just met, then that might be a little misleading, right?
Not if you tell them off the rip.
Yeah, but us women don't understand that.
It's not my fault.
And I think we've had this conversation where we
Because
think,
y'all think y'all can change shit.
but because you guys will say, I don't want a relationship, but then do things that tell us he may want a relationship, right? Like calling me every day. We go out. We're doing things,
I
right?
understand, yes.
So yes, that's a little misleading. But
Right.
yes, us women need to understand that if what a man says, take that. Take that and
'Cause
run
men
with it.
are-
Because they will tell you.
Rather honest.
But they're going to tell you, and, in hopes that you're just going to dismiss that and still continue on. So
I
back to
guess.
my
I don't
question. Back to my question.
Uh-huh.
So are you choosing not to date,
Yes.
but still are you entertaining anyone?
I don't know what you mean by entertaining. Although you just explained it.
I think
I'm
he's trying to avoid answering this
no.
question.
I'm not entertaining anyone, but I have relationships that we still communicate. It's not sexual or we've not dating or maybe even have never dated, but we're friends and we can still communicate.
But that's different. If you guys have never had anything, that's your friend.
Yeah.
That's not what I'm talking about.
Yeah, but you might
You
throw a
know
little
what
flirt in there.
you know what I'm speaking about.
So yes, so the answer is no. I'm not
Okay.
entertaining. I'm not some
Good.
fucking clown
Because
here
if
to
you're
just
like,
be out here
oh.
entertaining girls and shit, like, no, y'all not even tipping me. I'm just here shucking and jiving for y'all like an idiot.
Uncle Joe the clown.
No, I'm neither entertaining nor dating.
Good.
Yes.
good because if you're saying, right, no, I'm not dating, that's not what I want, then you should not be entertaining anyone in that way.
How about fornicating?
You're
No, I'm presenting you a question. I'm neither nor of the three.
Listen. I, on the other hand, am looking to date.
Uh-huh.
How do you feel fornicating?
How do I feel
boy.
about fornicating? I fucking love it. Are you kidding me? But I'm choosing not to involve myself in fornication either. No, none dating, entertaining, fornicating.
Okay.
Just.
Why? What made? Tell me.
I have certain. What did she say? Did she say some foul shit?
No, she was talking to me, but we're gonna dismiss that right now. It's hot in here.
No, I just I need to get my life together. I'm not at the right place mentally, emotionally, phically. Although, you know, I was blessed with the body of a Greek god.
Yo, we
I
got
need
like
to
2
shine it up
weeks.
again. Oh yeah, I'm not worried about that. Little Ozempic, get me right.
Okay.
So I need to get back right where I need to be before I can present this award to any deserving female.
And that's the right way to do it. That's some grown man shit.
Yeah, it's boring as hell, but you know.
That's okay.
Boredom sucks, yo. I've come to realize. But sometimes you have to be bored to do what you need to do. So shout out to that. We posted something online yesterday, right? About bad dates and bad date experiences.
Let me read the one that
Wait,
No, let me read that one. I'm gonna read one that responded to the post. Which, thank you so much for responding.
Yeah, shout out to everybody who responded because I got like 4 or 5 responses.
So, unforgettable experience. Falling down 2 times on a first date after having just 1 drink. So she was the one, I guess drunk off of 1 drink.
Or
I don't
maybe
know,
she had
Joe,
some shoes on that she
was she
wasn't
drunk after
comfortable
1
in
drink?
walking in.
Oh, ladies,
possibly.
please wear comfortable shoes. Or if you're going to wear the heels, at least make sure that you've practiced in them before.
We don't know why she fell. She said she fell twice.
She said she fell twice.
She did fall twice.
Oh, we don't know?
You
know.
No, according to her story, I believe her. I assume she wouldn't choose to lie to us.
But what do you think? Do you think she was drunk? Do you
I think she wasn't drunk.
Okay.
She was probably nervous. She probably had some new shoes on she wasn't used to. They were probably walking some terrain that wasn't the most welcoming to her footwear attire. I'm willing to bet she lost her phone. And
Wow, you sound like you got a lot of insight into this.
well, I'm a very experienced dater.
Oh, okay.
No, I'm talking shit. I'm actually very inexperienced in dating. I'm not a.
Yeah, you don't date.
I don't date. No, I just.
You just
moving
what?
on. But shout out to that young lady. I bet you,
Yes.
regardless of falling down, losing her phone, whatever.
It was
I
a good
bet
time.
You, I bet you she had a blast that night. You know what I'm saying?
That's why
Bet
she
you
remembers it.
Yeah. So, you know, ain't nothing wrong with falling down as long as you get back up.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
And hopefully she found her phone.
Mm-hmm.
Moving on. Someone else said, and I don't know if this was a personal experience or if this was a listener submitted experience, but someone said they went on a date, on a first date, and I guess somewhere in the very early goings of the date that the dude told her to lick his belly button. And I don't see where there's a problem in that. I don't see why that's a bad first date. Maybe he's just into getting his belly button licked, and she looked.
On a first date, gonna lick your belly button? Like, come here, baby. Come lick it.
I'm willing to bet that first dates have had more than belly
yes,
button licking.
yes, but I
going
feel
down.
you're right. You know what? Maybe we should
Don't
rather lick a
kink
belly
shame
button.
the homie. Maybe he like his little belly button licked. You know what I'm saying? As long as it's clean in there, wash it out. That's freaky. I
guess. I mean, listen, if you
uh,
get that on a first date, just get ready for the second and third date.
I don't recall ever
Because-
licking a belly button.
Yeah, I don't.
That's.
I
a
mean,
little
is there
freaky.
like a spot there that turns people on? Like, is there
Well,
like a
it's
nerve?
It's a nerve ending because that's where your
Yeah, but like,
that's where your umbilical cord.
I don't feel anything when I touch my belly button, so it's not like.
A tongue is different, girl. So shout out to my man, the belly button.
That's interesting.
Now he's not the belly
Okay.
button licker. He wanted his belly button licked. But shout out to him. It's a first
Okay.
date. Fuck it, shoot your shot, man. What's the worst she can say? No.
Yeah, no, and if she's weirded out by it, you may never hear from her again. But then that means that that wasn't the chick for you.
Exactly.
You're right.
If she's like, I'm with it, pull your shirt up, then
Maybe that was a test,
you in there.
right? Maybe he's like, let me see how freaky this girl's willing to go.
That's an odd test, yo. Like,
Yeah, but listen,
belly
what do you
button?
think are the majority of like women are? How do you think they're gonna react? I would be like, huh?
the
Like, who do you think's gonna be like, oh
that
my
you
god,
give
I've
her the
been
naked
dying to
test.
do it. What is the naked test? What do you
naked
get?
test
Get
when she
naked?
leaves the room and she come back and you're naked.
No.
And they
I think
say
that's
it
a little
works 6 out of 10
disrespectful.
times.
I think that's a little disrespectful.
But if you're gonna ask her to lick your belly
No,
button,
I think that's disrespectful. You're assuming that you're gonna get some. This is like you're just asking me to lick your belly button. Whatever. I don't understand the purpose of that, but you getting
I agree.
naked and I
don't
walk
support the
in and I'm
naked
like,
test, but you
who
might
the
as
fuck
well.
told you to
If-
take
if-
off your clothes?
If you're freak
Like-
testing, I mean,
Nah.
give her the final exam. Don't give her the warm up.
No, you gotta warm it
So
up.
you into? If you're on a date with a dude and you're into him, first date, you like him, he's consistent, muscles, tattoos.
On a
all
first
that
date,
shit.
you're not gonna know if he's consistent or not.
Of course you are, because you've been communicating with him before the first date.
Right, but you have to see after, right? Men will be consistent until they get what they want.
Meaning, up until that point, he's been consistent.
Right, okay.
Okay, so you feel
Okay,
him.
okay, I got it. And then what?
You licking belly buttons first day?
No,
If
that's
you
just
feel it,
weird. That's
no.
that's not, I don't know. I've never even thought about licking a belly button.
I haven't either.
So I don't know. Maybe if I'm really into him, right? Maybe I'll be like, sure, why not?
Would you
Let me lick that
consider
shit.
surprising your next victim with a little belly button lick?
No, because
See
I
how
feel
he
like they would be like, what the fuck are you doing?
What if you tell him ahead of time? Yo, look, I'm into some little freaky shit.
But I'm
you know
not
what I
into
mean?
it. I don't think I'm into it. You never know, right?
You might.
You
not.
might try it and be like, yo, I didn't know licking belly
It's
buttons
lit,
was a
especially if he reacts to it. He's
thing.
like, ah.
Maybe. I don't know. To be continued.
Yo,
We'll
I want
find
some
out.
listener feedback if you've ever licked a belly button, had your belly button licked, if this is a fetish, if this is an
Is this
interest.
a thing, right?
A little bata with some belly button action. It sounds like
And a
party
bonnet?
guy. And a bonnet. You know what it is about the bonnet? Kind of want to smack it off, like mid action, or like grabbing him. So there was somebody else who said they went on a date, and they said first date she goes out with homeboy. His car isn't 100% functioning, so it doesn't go reverse. So anytime they need to go reverse, she got to push it. I don't
All right.
see no problem with that. Teamwork,
So
baby.
listen, that's a ride or die, right? Because
Yeah,
she's out
the
there
fuck?
pushing the car with you. But on a serious note, I think that as a grown man, you maybe shouldn't. You're not in the position to be dating at the moment,
Exactly,
right? Like,
exactly.
get your shit together
Exactly.
and then date.
Yes. Or get an Uber, my bro. Damn.
Yeah, and you
That's-
could use the
yeah.
excuse, you know, like. I mean, a lot of people don't drive nowadays.
Especially if you're going on a date, right? 'Cause
Yeah,
you
like if
wanna,
you're gonna be
like,
drinking and like.
Not even that. Like you want to focus on your date and show her love and not be having to drive and
This is true. I didn't
focus
even think
on
of
the road.
This
you know?
is true.
So y'all sit in the back seat, little romantic vibe, homeboy driving, tell him
This
to
is
put
true.
on some, some little love joints or whatever. And There you go, a little secret tip.
But yeah, no, but seriously, like if that's the case, right, which could happen to anybody, right? Like we all have car trouble and we all have, then just take care of that first, right? Before
Yeah.
spending money on
Reschedule.
taking somebody on a date,
Yeah.
right? Priorities.
Or at least push the car yourself, Playboy. She got to know how to drive the whip. Like all she got to do is turn it or whatever.
But
And
that's
you
probably
push
somebody you should hold on to.
her.
Yeah,
Yeah.
because if she was willing to do that, I don't know. I probably don't know any women that would be willing to do that on a first date,
She probably
right? Like
strong, too.
maybe,
If she's pushing the whole whip. She probably bring all the groceries.
maybe,
up in
right?
one
If it's
trip.
somebody that you've been with, then obviously, right? But if it's a first date,
Nah, you gotta fuck with her.
yeah, hold on to her.
Shout out to her. Another listener stated that they went on a first date and their date showed up with a goatee that was Sharpie or Beijing. That's a big negative, my boy.
Yeah.
You can't even have a little drink because then you should start fucking running or fading or something.
But that's like a thing, right? Like where they're filling in their,
Yeah, that's becoming popular, even amongst
like, I don't
young
know
people.
exactly what the process is or the procedure, but yeah, it's like, and it,
They'll fill in up here.
yeah.
And they'll fill in like if your beard.
And
don't
it
connect
looks like
properly.
perfect, which is weird. It
Yeah.
looks weird because it's so perfect. Yeah, that's not.
I don't think that's
I
as
don't
a
think
female. Is that attractive?
I don't think so.
No,
I
I
don't
couldn't
think
see
so.
how it would be.
Yeah.
And again, rain is gonna kill you. Humidity, you can't go swimming. You can't.
But I mean, listen, I'm not against it if you like it. Just like us women, right? We have clip-ons on our hair. I actually just ordered like these little clip-on for like bangs because I want bangs, but I don't want to cut my own hair. So clip-on bangs, like it's a new thing.
I'm thinking of some fucking video online
Eyelashes.
that they talk about
you
the
know.
bangs, not the bangs, not the bangs.
So
Hey, pull up with some
Listen.
bangs. I think y'all are more. It's more acceptable for y'all to do like makeup and the hair extensions and little
yo, makeup is a powerful tool.
falsities.
I wish I knew how to do makeup very well because, yo, that shit they can make your whole face look completely different. It's so crazy.
Yeah, I've seen some examples online that it should probably be illegal.
I don't
'Cause
disagree.
They got some toothless viejas, and then they do
Looking.
some makeup, and they look crazy. And I just always think of the next morning, right? Like, let's say you end up going out and you bag this shorty, and y'all rendezvous, and then if you're dumb enough to allow her to spend the night, and then you wake up with her, wow,
Yeah, that's like
what
a
a scary
shocker.
sight. No, God forbid, you might fucking have a heart attack.
Listen, ladies, that's why you gotta wear the makeup that lasts like 72 hours.
Oh my God, bro, that's.
So you wake up the next morning still
We should be
looking
allowed to
flawless.
sue for like fraud or like
Like false advertisement.
Yeah, some type of y'all fooling us.
Suckers.
Ay, ay, ay. Another listener shared that I think their first date took them to see Titanic, and he just let out a massive Titanic fart. I could see how that would fuck up a date.
Yeah.
And have some couth, y'all. Like, have some fucking class, bro.
I mean, what if it just happened by accident, right? Like,
You gotta feel it coming or something, you know?
what if you're
Excuse
trying to
yourself.
hold it,
Excuse yourself.
hold it,
Go
and
to
then
the
you
bathroom.
go to get up and it just comes out.
I mean, nature's nature, bro. You can't fight nature. But for a dude, if a female was to do that, that would be pretty unsexy or like unappealing.
I think it's unsexy, unappealing too if a man does it.
Yeah, but ladies are supposed to be more demure and
Yeah, we don't fart, we don't shit, we don't do any of that.
at least, not behind closed doors, whatever. But a brother, nah, you can't do that, man. Not on a first date. Maybe like on the 100th
I'm sure he didn't
one
mean
date.
it. I don't think he sat there and was like, like, I gotta let one out.
Let me see if she got that fart fetish.
I mean, listen, maybe it was the same belly button guy.
Oh, you testing her out, you see? Gotta
That
see
was
what
date
she's
number
into.
2.
Gotta see. Maybe she's not into the belly button. You know, maybe a little,
Oh shit.
little toot. Last example, someone said that they went on a first date. Their date bought a drink for themselves, drank about half of it, and then offered her some of his drink. That's just embarrassing. Like, y'all embarrassing us
Like,
now,
you can't
guys. Come on,
buy me my
man.
own
Yeah,
drink?
that's
Did he
fucking-
not buy her?
No, he didn't buy her a drink. He bought a drink, killed half of it, and then was like, yo, you want some? That's just like, that's not even dating
I would have
etiquette.
just
That's
bought
just
my
like
own drink.
life
I
etiquette.
would have like, no
Like,
thanks.
you're
Buy
not
my
a
own
good
drink.
dater, bro. That's a bad idea.
I wonder how old this person was. Was it like our generation? Is it like the newer generation? You know, like, because I feel like there's a difference. I feel like
think
our
our-
generation is still like,
We're still like
still
old school.
yeah, like still open
old-fashioned.
doors. You know, pay for dates. So I wonder.
I think
Not that they have an
our-
excuse if it's a younger kid, right? But I guess it's a little more understandable because that's just
I don't
how
know.
it
That's
is
so weird.
right now. And that's a little bit of us women, right? Our fault because we've accepted it.
I was just gonna say, stop fucking accepting.
Yeah, we've
'Cause
accepted
that's
it. If
terrible.
that guy got a second date, if you didn't walk out on him, you've accepted it.
And you are to blame.
Absolutely. We got to own our shit, man.
Any
lot of things that happen is because
have
we
you had
accept
bad
it.
dating experiences?
You know, I don't think I have. Honestly, I think I've had some really, even like dates that didn't go past the first date were still pretty cool. Like, you know, there was just no chemistry there or whatever, but it was cool. I've never had,
A nightmare first date?
yeah, where I'm like, oh, hell no. No.
I don't think I've had one either. I don't recall any bad dates. per
I think
se.
the only thing that's bothered me on a date is like if a guy doesn't open the car door for me. You know, but I mean, I'll go in the car myself, right? But in my head, like, I'm like, all right, I like somebody that's going to open the door for me. I like that. I think it's kind. I think it's respectful.
Would you then pass the door test?
What is pass the door test?
The door test is me as a man. I open your door for you and I allow you to get into the vehicle. And I walk around behind the back of the vehicle. By the time I get to my door, you should have reached over and unlocked it for me so that I could get in. Otherwise, you are selfish.
I think with
and I
cars
need to leave you
nowadays,
right there.
the doors stay unlocked until
Duh,
you start
but
driving.
we
So,
were from a previous generation.
yeah, no,
So
I
it's
never
the
did
door
that. I guess
test,
I was
yeah.
selfish as shit. For me to reach over, I'm little. I gotta like hop over. I
Door test failure.
yeah, definitely.
No second date.
Hey, that explains a couple of no second days. I'm just kidding. That explains.
Damn. Now the door test comes from the Bronx Tale. So if you've ever seen the movie A Bronx Tale, they originated the door test.
Got it.
And I've
Have you had girls do that?
yeah, I think they passed the door test, if I recall. I think I would recall if they didn't pass the door test.
Shit. I fucked up.
Now you know, Mama Les.
Oh,
There should be a way to, because you're right, because now you just hit the alarm and all the doors are unlocked, so it's not,
Yeah, and like
we need like an updated
car doors will
door
lock
test.
when you like drive off or like, you know what I mean? Like,
It's kind of fucked up the door test, bro. The door test was important and it meant a lot. But of a time
Interesting.
far gone.
I know.
Any other fears or phobias? Or any dating?
No, just the one I was telling you earlier, one of my girlfriends, she went on a first date down to Tiki Bar. And she got so trashed, she fell asleep in the ladies' room. And her date went looking for her, right, but couldn't find her, and he left. Rightfully so, right? He probably
you
thought
can't
she
blame
did the
him for
dip.
leaving, yeah.
And she fell asleep like in the bathroom stall. So even if he would have been like, hey, like tell somebody, hey, can you check if this girl's
Yeah.
there? the probability of them seeing her,
What
you
was
know,
she drinking?
probably. I mean, I don't recall, but I would think anytime we used to go down to Tiki Bar, it was like the Tiki Teas.
Oh, I don't know what.
Oh, it's so good. But they will hit you. They will smack you across the face real quick.
Tiki teas, yo.
Tiki teas, so good. They're refreshing. But yeah, so, and then she called me when she like sobered up and she was telling me the story. And I was like, who the fuck does that?
That
Who
goes
does that?
back to like, I think that would be a bad date experience, a sloppy drunk or.
And that's usually not like her. Like she's the very responsible type. Like if we go out drinking, she's always the one to drive. Like she knows, okay, I had 2 drinks, let me stop.
No.
You know? But not this time.
Maybe she just felt comfortable with homeboy.
And this was years ago. So
She thought she
but-
could get her drink on. But I low-key feel bad for him. Because at the moment, he didn't know what happened. Right? He didn't know.
Listen,
Did
if he
she
really wanted to find
leave?
her, he would have gone to the security guard and been like, listen, there's a girl that's missing. I need to find her. I'm just saying, like, you went down with
if he
her.
wanted to
Like,
find
God forbid something happened to her.
Yeah, but he doesn't know. He might have thought
Of
she
course,
just
and if
left.
you leave and go home, you're never going to know, right?
Yes, but
You go and you tell the security, listen, I came with someone. Can you just help me look for her? And then if you
Rational
can't find
thinking.
her, okay, fine. But
No.
they would have found her in the stall, sleeping.
I don't know what the next step would have been. Yeah, throw her in the car. I don't know. Shout out to her, though. She made it home safe. And
Yes.
shout out to Homeboy, who hopefully found out what happened and wasn't left questioning or...
If he left, I don't think he was too worried. I'm just saying.
I don't know. I can't just agree with that or assume that. He could have been worried, but I don't know. He could have thought she bounced with...
But like, if you think about it, so many things that could go wrong, right? Maybe she was so drunk and somebody took her. Right?
You're not going to help her if that happened.
No, but you're going to know she's missing.
But you won't know that somebody took her. You'll just think she left.
Okay, but you didn't even attempt that.
You don't know that?
You're right, I don't. And maybe I will ask her to see.
Find out. Let's
I will.
see.
I will. Before I go judging.
I'm low-key rooting
right?
for Homeboy. Come on,
I
at least
will-
he gave an effort, my
I
man.
will ask. I will ask.
He was like, oh,
But yeah, I
she
mean,
ain't back
I
in
would
5
think,
minutes.
right,
Fuck that.
the first initial thought is probably like, oh, she dipped on me, like she
Yeah,
left,
yeah.
you know?
It would take a man of great character to be like, oh, maybe she got kidnapped, or maybe she's in a...
Or something, or
bathroom
got
stall
her, or
blowing up.
we're in the fucking tiki bar by the beach, did she fucking drown? I mean,
can't
so many
swim, so I ain't
things.
saving your ass. You asked out, we drowning together. Not even, you drowning alone, because
Peace, good luck.
I know I can't swim, so I ain't even
See you
gonna
on the
fake
other
float.
side.
Yeah.
Damn.
Yo, I'm honest, bro. If we on a date and you drowning, I'm gonna throw the little thing at you, the little life preserver.
So ladies, nowadays, make sure they're CPR certified.
Oh, I'm CPR
No.
certified. I know how to do that.
Oh,
But if
okay.
you're drowning, I can't get to
Well,
you.
you can get someone that knows how to swim to get her.
Oh yeah, of course. And then I hit it with the little CPR. 1, 2, 3.
There you go. I can't.
I'm rusty, but I know.
Okay.
Again, when it, if the situation ever arises, much like swimming, I'll be ready.
I'm not,
for the
I don't know how to
action.
do CPR. I was telling my son
No?
that because he had to learn that for the certification. the
No, that's
lifeguard.
fairly easy, CPR. You should learn it, just in case.
I mean, I should have when my kids were little.
No, you should learn it now.
No, I don't want to.
Just in case, you never know. God forbid, bro.
I guess. Yeah, no.
I'm gonna learn how to swim.
Just like you're going to get abs in 2 weeks.
Yeah, hell yeah. You see, the problem is y'all don't believe in yourselves enough, and I have the.
I think you
utmost-
believe in yourself too much. And there's no action behind it.
Yo, it's all mental, bro.
Oh, so if you think abs, they're just going to magically appear.
Right,
Oh, I
right.
got it. Okay.
Hold up, maybe I just identify as a 6-pack haver. Y'all can't question what I identify as. Y'all can't discriminate against me.
Of course, if you look up a six pack, the image of a six pack, if you don't have that, how can you say that you're a six pack haver?
Because that's what I identify as.
You know, let's not even get into this conversation because
yeah.
we might stir the pot.
That's right.
And
And you're a six-pack hater, and
you know what? You are a six pack haver. Okay.
somebody believes in me. Thank you. Men lie about having six packs, obviously. Women lie, and all flowers die. Episode 24.
Cheers.
Cheers to the six packs.